Well, good morning. This is Kevin, and I know you can't see me. Don't get frightened about that. You're looking at a view from one of the car parks at Goodwood
Trundle.
by the Trundle. And you might have just heard a little voice alongside of me. She's not got a microphone on at the moment. But let me just turn the camera around. There's Cynthia.
Morning.
And it's me. I know that's the person you wanted to see, really. Slightly, we had a plan today, and we don't know if we're going to do it or not. We were going to go to Bepton Down, which is on the South Downs. Yeah, on the South Downs. Someone that Cynthia knows has done a walk there recently, and in fact, last week, was it?
This week.
Just gone.
Yeah.
This week, just gone. And she'd mentioned about the orchids that are there, and other different views that are there. But she mentioned one thing which is not nice, and that's snakes, and I hate snakes.
It's only a grass snake.
It was a grass snake, but it still does this thing. You know what I mean? As we drove up through from Midhurst to Cocking to get to the top of Cocking Hill where we wanted to park, there's a huge organised event going on there, and we don't know whether it was some sort of running event or orienteering, but the car park was absolutely packed. There was parking all along the sides of the road, and if anybody knows the road, it's the 286 from Midhurst to Chichester, and we couldn't park anywhere. So we've had to come up to Goodwood. We've been debating on what to do, but we are going to do a little bit of a walk away to our right-hand side because we've spotted something over there which is rather beautiful. I'm not going to say what it is at the moment until we get there, and I can do another little bit of a video over there. But it's a cooler day than what we've had recently. Much cooler, about 13 degrees. But it's high cloud, grey cloud, and you know there's lots of people about. Both car parks are absolutely full, so we're very lucky to actually get in here and get a parking space. So we're just finished off a cup of coffee, and then we're going to head out, and then we will go to where I've just been talking about, and then decide whether we're going to stay here, do a walk around the Trundle, or whether we try and go back into Cocking and park there and then walk up onto the Downs. But we do know, which we've done before, it is quite a climb from Cocking up to the top of the South Downs. So shall we?
Let's go.
Got to get our proper boots on yet. I've only got trainers on at the moment. So we'll get kitted up and then we'll set off. So we'll speak to you soon. Well, we're here. The spot that we were talking about, the beautiful spot. Let me just show you. You can probably see actually from the camera angle here. But we are in this absolutely huge, massive, and I can't describe how big it is, field of poppies. But obviously where we had that torrential rain yesterday, it's absolutely battered them. So they're looking a little bit sadder. But there's a lot of people up here wandering around, having a look at the poppies. And sadly, they've been walking in amongst the poppies and have really flattened some down, creating footpaths in amongst the poppies. long way down the length of this field now. I'm just looking back up again towards the Trundle in the distance. And you've got this carpet of red going away from me here. But let me just pan round, because you think you're coming to the end, but you don't. Just look at this. Absolutely stunning. But Cynthia then spotted something over here. All on its lonesome. And it's a white poppy. And it's just that one spot of white in this whole field of red poppies. It's absolutely staggering. Just look at it. We're just walking along. We're going to try and do a loop around this field. And Cynthia just suddenly spotted, just over here, some purple poppies. And we've got all the flax around us, but we've now got this pretty little pink flower. And I've got no idea what it is.
I don't know. I will try and find out.
Cynthia will try and find out what it is. But we were trying to find a way out of this poppy field. We're on this track, which is obviously been made by one of the tractors. But to get to the main footpath, it's just over the other side, this in front of me now. Well, we're absolutely soaked. Our legs are soaked. And we don't really want to walk through all that lot because it will get even wetter. So we're just trying to walk down here and hope there's a little path out of here for us to be able to get onto the proper footpath. There is a track through there that someone's made. But even so, it still means we're going to have to go through there and get even wetter. But my legs are my trouser legs are absolutely soaked. But you know, Cynthia said just now that you're always very happy if you see just a small patch of poppies as you're walking around. But to see this, it's just mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing. And I'm sorry if I keep going on about it, but to see these many poppies in this field is just fantastic. Perhaps we weren't supposed to go and find the orchids today, but we'll see. Did Cynthia find out what it was?
Common fulminatory.
Common?
Fulminatory.
Common fulminatory. Okay.
Sorry.
Who? Say that again.
Fumitory.
Fumitory.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, we'll put a comment up about it. Never heard of it before. Well, as you can see right by me, there's a finger post. And I said about the Monarch's Way earlier on that we were on the Monarch's Way down by the field, but in fact we weren't. We were on the West Sussex Literary Trail and the new Lipchis Way. The Monarch's Way heads off in that direction there. So we're now leaving the poppy field, and I've been instructed by Cynthia that we're going to walk up the Trundle. But just at the end of this track, there is a little coffee vending place that I think
We're going via that.
we're going via that. That's good news to me. And then just here, we've got these oxide daisies. Just look at this lot. Huge, huge amount. Aren't they lovely? Well, we're right at the top of the Trundle. And that is the view that we've got. Absolutely lovely. But just where we are walking, we are on the Iron Age fort that runs all the way around the top of the Trundle and finishes off there. But we were hoping to find some orchids. And I've found one over here as well, Cynthia, if you have a look. We weren't sure if we would find any, but we have indeed found one. One here, which is very, very pretty. And Cynthia's found one over where she is. I don't know whether it's the same one. Oh yes, there's a few on this bank. This one is a pink one. That one over there I think was the purple one. So there's the pink one, there's one there. And then there's another one down there. I'm already there. And yeah, there's a finish of a white one there. And then we've got these three just up here, which is fantastic. And I think these are the finish of the cowslips. Just there. But do you know what the yellow and red is? Is it sorry?
Egg and bacon.
Oh, egg and bacon, is it? Yeah. As we've walked further round the Iron Age fort, we've noticed how the orchids are becoming more and more of them. If I just point down, look down through here, lots and lots of them down through there, and there's yellow rattle coming through. There's one here, beautiful white one. But let me just show you, as we walk round, and I don't want to be careful where I'm walking, but you may be able to pick out all the orchids in amongst all this grass and yellow rattle. But they're becoming more and more dense as we go down. Just look at these. And you've got the odd white one dotted in amongst them. And I know a friend of Cynthia and mine, Andrew Norris, will be absolutely thrilled to see all these orchids. And let me just very carefully wander around this way. And as I get down here, I don't want to put my foot on any of them, so I am picking my way through very carefully. Just look at these here. Absolutely fantastic. Now, something I don't want to get wrong is away in the distance there, which this camera will not pick up, is the Harnacker windmill. I call it Halnaker. Now I want to get the spelling here correct, and it is Halnaker, Halnaker. I usually put a C in there and then I get told off. And if I'm being perfectly honest, this is actually take two, because I actually did exactly that and was corrected straight away by you know who. So I don't mind owning up to things. If I do something wrong or say something wrong, my fault. Anyway, we're still working our way round the Iron Age fort. Up on the top we've got the trig point. Do you know what? I think I'll give this game up. No, I think, I won't do that. Don't panic, folks. I'm not giving up. We've just come round to the east side of the Trundle, and we were just saying that there was no orchids round here at all until we spotted that one. We think it's different to the others because it's on a much taller stem, but there's masses of yellow rattle and there's daisies along here and stuff like that, but that's the only orchid we've seen on this east side. we'll keep our eyes open to see if we spot any more. We have identified the orchid, and I've got to get this right. It's called a pyramidal orchid.
Correct.
He looks for confirmation from Cynthia.
To do the Latin?
No
No thanks.
thanks. No, I'll let you do the Latin.
Oh, I don't think I can. Anacamptis pyramidalis.
Sounds good to me. But we're scanning the east, so we're moving more sort of southeast, or moving around towards the southeast at the moment, very, very gradually, but really can't see anything. But one thing that is very noticeable is the daisies. You've gone from an area back here where there was just odd ones dotted about, and then you've got this almost carpet of daisies. Now, are these oxide daisies?
Yeah.
They are. Hooray! Hooray! I've actually identified a flower today. But we've nearly completed the circumference of the Iron Age fort. And to be honest, we were really disappointed when we first realised we couldn't go up to Bepton Down. But we are going to do that in the week. Because I'm not working this week, we've got a little bit of spare time, or I have. Cynthia's got a little bit where she can spare an afternoon. But to actually find these orchids today up here, it's been a real bonus. So I think with the backdrop that we've got there is where Cynthia and I will end this video. In the distance, we've got the wonderful poppy fields, or not fields, field. It's one field. It's absolutely huge. And if anybody remembers about this time of the year and you want to come back next year, that it's worth doing, because a lot of people obviously know about it because there's people been turning up with cameras of all sorts. So anyway, this will be Kevin and Cynthia saying bye-bye from the Trundle at Goodwood. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Kevin, and if you've enjoyed the video that you've watched today or tonight, whatever it might be, please follow, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye.